Welcome to another Lick of the Day. I'm Brett Papa, and today is a continuation of our last lesson, which was about how to add Hendrix-style double stops to your rhythm playing. Now, the next logical step is to add it to your lead playing, and I'm talking about Hendrix. I mean, he was the master, and this is why I always refer, this is not a Hendrix exclusive thing. It's in country, it's in jazz, it's in R&B, but to me, and when I think of double stops and, you know, rhythm or lead playing, my first thought is just bam to Hendrix, because he was the man. So we're going to go over how to kind of start incorporating that kind of stuff in our lead playing. Now, it works best over a jam track or something like that, but we'll give you some tips to start adding those to your own playing. And if you like what you see, by all means, share the video and subscribe. Click the bell because I post all the time. So if you like what you're seeing, there's tons of it coming your way every week. All right, let's get into the video. Always talk about this, but we're going to use the A major pentatonic scale. And the trick to double stops when soloing, just know where the chords are, okay? So you have an A shape of an A chord, an E shape, and a D shape. You also have a C shape and, you know, a G shape and all these other shapes, and those are all super valid, right? So we got A chord, you can do like a C version of an A chord, right? There's a D version. There's an E version, right? Think of all the open position chord shapes. Right? You can do this G, this big. Right? So there's tons of different A chords all over the neck, and the cage system is the key to memorizing chords all over the neck. Now, if you start to investigate the cage system, you'll be able to see where those double stops are, right? So like in position 2, right, you have this E shape of your A chord. So if you followed the rhythm lesson, you remember we have all these, right? So in the context of a lead or a solo, so I'm just throwing that in, like I'll come in on position 1, let's say, right, where my A chord's here, chord tone, and then I'm thinking I got an A chord right here. Do a double stop, right, and the key is getting those chord tones. Now, depending on what chord you're on in the chord progression, you're going to want to grab double stops of that particular chord. So being able to know how to see all of your chords in the progression all over the neck is crucial, and your double stop playing will like magnify 10,000% if you can do that. And I've done a bunch of videos on how to use, you know, Hendrix style rhythm in your lead playing, how to do double stops. Just so I'll put a playlist at the end of this video, and you can check out all that kind of stuff. But it really will hammer home and make it easier to do all the cool double stop stuff. Now, a lot of times I'll do a double stop, and it's not traditional Hendrix stuff, but I'll make maybe the chord from a normal chord to a suspended chord and hit the 2 notes together, so the G and the B. Right, where you get all those cool So you got. Right, so what I did is I went in the pentatonic position 2, where this A chord is, and I know where all those chord tones are. So what I did was I designed a lick around the chord. Right, very R&B. So we got. Okay, so I'm looking at this shape. Right, there's my double stop, and then I can go. Right. And slide down to position 1. Right, and then here's position 1, where this A chord is. So I'm thinking of this A chord, like how can I hit. I use the pentatonic scale, and I'll just hammer onto these. And always be resolving to where this A chord is. Now that's in position 1, right? Or with the A shape, or position 2 with the E shape, right? Right, I put them both together. Together all by just basically taking this chord shape and this chord shape, okay, in here, and then just using the pentatonic scale to chain them together, making sure to hit some of those double stops. Now this chord here also connects very well with this chord here, right? So you got an A chord with an E shape and an A chord with a D shape. The common thread to connect those together is position 3 and 4 of major pentatonic. Okay, so if we know position 2 is here, that means position 3's got to be right here. Right? Okay, so there's position 3. All those kind of licks, and then the D shape of the A chord is in position 4. Right, so you can chain those together. That lick, I'm basically using the D shape. Right, I'm thinking about that shape of my A chord, and then there's this C shape, right? Think of the C chord, this shape. Right, so I'm going. Right? And my double stop is on the G and the B. Slide in, and then maybe hit those kind of R&B style. Now this lick, right, is out of here, and then right, that's C. So make new looks like. of the major scale. Right, here's my A chord. So I'm going to go. And slide into the A right here. We got the third and the fifth of our A chord. So you just pepper in the double stop. Super, super, super addicting. Just forewarning you now, once you start fusing, and I would suggest really the best way to get the handle on how to use double stops, in my humble opinion, is to learn Hendrix songs. Bold as Love, Little Wing, even stuff like Hey Joe. Study his rhythm playing, and once you figure that, because he's the master of playing rhythm and lead at the same time, right? Because he's making all this sound. Only guitar player, right? You're in a trio, so he's just making all this sound, and he's, you know, basically putting rhythm and lead together. And you go at those, learning those songs with the idea of, what key am I in? Say it's a major key. Okay, where are those chord shapes? He's using an A chord here. Oh, okay. You know, go back to lick before this, the lick of the day before this, and check out how to play double stops over a major chord. And then see the pentatonic scale and how those all fuse together. And I swear this kind of thing will be like, ding, and you'll get it. And it'll just be like, oh my God, eureka! That's what it did to me. I was like so giddy. I was like a girl at a Beatlemania concert. And I was just freaking out when I finally like discovered this just by teaching Hendrix songs. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed this the whole time. But anyways, that's another story. Thank you so much for watching. Again, over here, there's going to be my website if you want to check that out. I got tons and tons of courses on how to do this kind of stuff and how to actually play over music when it counts. There's a subscribe button. Make sure if you subscribe, or that'd be great, subscribe. And then when you do, click the bell button, and that'll let you be notified. I do 3 videos a week at least. And then over here, I'll put some playlists and that kind of stuff, videos to check out. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the continued support. We'll catch you next time.